Welcome back. Welcome back. How are we doing? Hope you had a nice little break. If you just joined us, welcome. We're playing Way of the Hunter, which is a pre-release game coming out next week. If you like what you see, you want to order it, you can actually get some money off the Elite version on Games Planet. Just run the command, you get a link. They gave me a key to the game. Not a sponsored stream, though. Free to do what I want, say what I want. And so far, so good. We've learned quite a bit about the game. I was just in the encyclopedia. Thank you, Gamercore, by the way, for 35 months. I was just in the encyclopedia and noticed something cool. So if you go to encyclopedia, not only has it got information about the firearms, where it gives you some basic information down here, like, oh, the Pro Hunter 2 is the latest iteration, but if you go to ammo, it actually shows you the different ammo, and then down here, it gives you some information. It also gives you the damage drop-off. So if you look at that, the 308 Winchester round has maximum damage to about 100 meters, and then it starts to drop away. And if you look at the Lapua Mag one, it goes to almost 200 meters before it even starts losing damage, which is crazy. So there's quite a lot of detail in the game. I was actually going to look at that one. I was going to see what that was like. The peak performance long-range shooting scope provides hunters with everything needed. Long-range scopes are never easy. You know what? I've just realized we could actually go back to the store, I think, and buy that scope. I'm very tempted to go back to the store. It would probably take an extra 5 minutes to get back. I think it's probably worth it. Animal weights and zones are in the animal tab. What in here? Let's have a look. Tier 1, Tier 5, whitetail deer. So yeah, it gives you a breakdown. Whitetail deer, hunting rifle, Tier 5. So we have a Tier 5 rifle. Gives you the recommended hit energy, which is cool. But then, more importantly, it tells you roughly where they'll be in those zones. So if you've discovered their zones on the map, like let's say you've discovered a feeding zone, you know that you can go there at 5 a.m. or 5 p.m. and they'll roughly be about there, right? So it takes the guessing out of it. So it's a bit like fishing. Like if you know how fish behave and where they eat and what they want to eat and when they eat, like you can literally take the guesswork out of it and go to the right places at the right times. It also gives you a scale down here, young, adult, and mature. As the deer ages, the necks become bigger. They typically hold their head lower because of the heavier weight of the antlers they often carry. There's a lot of detail in the game, isn't there? Trophy ranges. So how does that translate to the trophy range, I wonder? Carrots, yeah. So it's pretty cool. Let's, I think it was $3,000. Silent Sean, thank you for 86 months. Mr. Zarek, thank you also for 86 months. Let's see if we can get this big boy scope. Where's the shop? Attachments. There it is. 315 by 50. $3,000. Go into storage, and we can now flick it over to that one. Should put a zoom scope on the shotty. What would it actually look? I bet you. Oh, you can't. Aww. You can't put it on though. That would have been hilarious. Let's have a look at this. Oh, that. Oh, that is nice. That's going to give us a much more accurate shot and such a wide view. 50 mil. That's brilliant, that is. Why is there loads of markers on my map? It's got loads of markers to the north, and yet when I look on here, I don't see any markers. So how did they even get there? That's weird. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. I'm definitely enjoying the game. Some of the audio, I think the audio is the biggest thing they need to work on. Like the audio near the water in particular. Yeah, but how do I can't get rid of the markers, that's what I'm saying. Like they're there, but I can't get rid of them. They're not on the map. think there's likely to be a day one patch. How do you know that? Blue markers in the water. Oh, there they are. Go away. Cool. Badger, mushroom. Right, we're hunting whitetail deer. We need a male and a female to bring the objectives. We need a male and a female, but we can't hit the heart. Is the current mission. I think this scope is going to give us a much more accurate shot. We ran stuff over before. It basically classes it as roadkill. Is that an upgrade in sliders? Different take on it, different mechanics, some similarities, just some things better. Definitely do. Right, let's have a look at the these little zones here, see what they're about. Issue finally called the wires lack of transportation obsession for the devs to make more map DLCs. Yeah, I think that's the thing that puts people off the most. That's mule deer. There's whitetail deer on this side. Okay, we have some white-tailed deer in sight and we are downwind of them. 177 meters, but I don't see the male at all. We do have to get a female anyway, so... Young, that's male. It's a young female. Adult, there's an adult one at the back. It'll give us more weight, won't it? Am I planning on computer? I'm not really sure how to answer that. Don't bail me, thank you for 75 months. Good afternoon. Right, that's the one I want, but the angle we have is not. Hello. Another adult female there. So I kind of need to stand up to get a shot, but I can't stand up. Unaccountable gamer, thank you, 34 months. So the side screen distortion is because I'm in... see, bottom left, it says Hunter Sense, right? If I turn Hunter Sense off, it goes away. If you're in Hunter Sense, you get this kind of vignette, and it kind of focuses your senses so that you can hear things, and if there's any, like, tracks and stuff, you'll see them. It also gives you more information when you look at an animal, because you're kind of focused on it. This is not a great angle. I think it definitely is. Turns left a lot. There's no doubt about that. Adult male calm. I don't want the heart, so this is going to be a tricky shot. I guess I could aim for one lung. See, for a non-heart shot, you kind of want to be side on so you can get both lungs. And they're both looking this way. Well, all of them are looking this way, annoyingly. This grass is totally in the way, isn't it? And if I stand up, I might be seen. So I'm going to have more sway as well. Let's go and pick up the track. We definitely hit it. Yeah, you do, Zarek. Actually, I don't know how much it blows it off course, to be honest. The wind direction is very important for scent. At the moment, we've got the basic rifle, which I think is a 223 ammo. Now we need to pick up the track. Is this it? There we go. Right, medium amount of blood with air bubbles. Pink. That means it's definitely a lung shot. So it's definitely going to die. I think I just saw it there. Did I just see a body move there? Yeah, it was. Okay. So energy value, we're well between the energy. So we've got the right round and the right gun. And then round comes in here. So at that point it hits the flesh. Penetrates and then hits the right lung. Still with enough damage. So it goes straight into the lung. And then goes straight through and pens the second lung, but not quite with enough energy. But at this point, it's guaranteed to die anyway. Both of its lungs are gone. Yeah, so Remington 783 with a 243 Winchester caliber. So that's a good kill. Missed the heart. Got an adult male, 134 kilos. Trophy rating 1. We can sell it for 466, which is nice. We only lost a kilo of meat due to hunting with the rifle. We didn't lose any time on it. So yeah, it's a good kill. I'll take that. It's not a high trophy item, but that's not what's required anyway. So I think we sell it, don't we? I presume we sell it to the restaurant now.
Venison heart escabeche it is.
There we go. Cool. So that's one done. So now we need to get a female. I'd kind of like to find what. So we've only really got a drinking zone. We haven't got any feeding zones. They kind of look like they were resting to me. I might just go over to here and see if we can uncover some zones. How many maps? So at the moment, we are on this map, which is called... Hang on, where does it tell you? Oh, it's a store, isn't it? I think it's the store where it tells you. There's two maps at the moment. This one in Transylvania. I can't remember what this one's called now. And they're 64 square kilometers, so they're about 8 by 8 kilometers. They're pretty big. I mean, let's face it. I've been playing the game for what, 4.5 hours, and we've been to this bit. It's just all this left, and this is one map. So there's a lot to explore. Nothing's paywalled, but you do need some of the zones. I think the ones with the hut on them, you can hunt in these zones, fine, but some of them you have to buy a pass to get, and they're like 4,000 credits in the game. It's not pay to win. It's literally money in the game that you need, I think, to unlock these. And apparently that's where the higher trophy stuff is, in those private areas. I'm not sure if I'm sold on the hunter sense of the details on the shot is cool. The hunter senses doesn't hold your hand as anywhere near like Call of the Wild. But also with Call of the Wild, you can unlock perks that make it very easy to track animals all the way across the map. And I will say, like Call of the Wild, I've had a number of times where an animal has just gone on and on and on and on and on and on and on. In this game, things seem to work a bit better from the death mechanics, shall we say. Pheasant. Found a drinking zone again. I want a feeding zone and a resting zone. I got to the point Call of the Wild just hunting for diamond trophies because you snowball so much you no longer need to worry about money. A lot of games don't deal with the end game content very well. Let's put it that way. It's not easy. Oh, what's that? Is that a badger? A 2-star badger, blimey. thought I saw something then. That's a mature male. So where's the... Oh, that's downwind. Almost. Question is, where's the rest of the pack? Oh, why did you move? You scumbag. I think that's the male, isn't it? Oh, is that a mule? Oh, it's a mule, isn't it? Dang it. Well, it's still money, I guess. If we're going for the money side of it, we're better off with the male. Let's have a look. No, there's a toggle. You just right click and toggle. Small amount of blood. Okay, so we hit the muscle. Rubbish. Flesh wound. No good. Okay, let's push on down the river a bit. Doing all right, Nightel, thank you. No, I haven't done that for a few years. Hang on, got some tracks here. Mule deer. Yeah, I would say you've not been here for at least 3 years, probably. White-tailed deer drinking area. Nice. It looks like there's possibly a hunting stand down here. I think we'll go and pay that a visit. Ooh, logging area. Look at this. Bit of deforestation going on. Yeah, Timberborn. Michael's Clearing, it's called. So Michael did this, apparently. Not sure what the significance is. Yeah, the maps are definitely detailed. I mean, they're really richly detailed. Look at this. I don't know. I wonder if it's a point that we can fast travel to. I don't think it is, though. It would come up if it was. It said cabins and camps, I think, you can fast travel to. Okay. Apparently I'm stuck on something. Okay, I am literally stuck. There we go. If I lie down, I can get out of the polygons. Good to know. Must be a treant. That's what they say in Factorio, isn't it? Scumbag trees. Whitetail drinking area. This is technically a different zone, I think. I knew that was coming. Pheasant. A 1080 Ti? I don't know. You'd have to have a look at the minimum recommended specs for the game. I really don't know. I would have thought that it'll run. You might have to dial some settings back from, like, Ultra. There's a lot of forest here, blimey. Just noticed, you see this kind of purple thing here? I think that's a representation of the scent blowing away. Because if you look, if I turn around like that so that the arrow here is pointing that way, it just happens to be blowing in that direction. So I think that's our scent trail. Compact, thank you, 41 months. Nice. That's what we needed. A white-tailed deer eating area. So we know they're going to come here to feed now. So if you look on the map, when you hover over that and then press space, it now shows this as a eating area. And we've already got a drinking area down here. And what's interesting is I found a drinking area here, but it's not showing it. Which I don't quite understand. This was a mule deer. We just found one here. And if you go to Encyclopedia and then Animals, white-tailed deer, we know they feed at 5 a.m. and 5 p.m. And it's now 9:38, so they're not going to be here at all. In fact, according to the Encyclopedia, they would most likely just left the drinking zone at this time of day and be heading off towards a sleep soon. So if we actually travel to there, or in that direction, or back to the water probably, they're going to go for a drink basically. That's what that's telling us. They should be by the river, roughly. Pheasant in here. White-tailed deer, spooked. Oh wow, there's actually some deer here. But we spooked them, so they're probably going to move now. They're in the trees. Hello Adam, thank you for 9 months. Twitch baby 9 months. Thank you. So like they're in there somewhere. Very hard to spot in there. Yeah, you get an ATV for free. You don't even need to buy it on a DLC. You can skip time. If you go back to the bed in the cabin, you can move time. Probably resting in there somewhere. You don't have to pay to skip time, no. You do it as often as you want. And yes, I agree, that was dumb. $300 in that direction. That's going to put you up there somewhere, I think. How can that... There you go. It's difficult hunting in the forest, it really is. Thing is, you can't set up a tent like you can in Call of the Wild. You can't just say, oh, I'll carry a tent with me and I'll just pitch up here and sleep. Like, you have to go back to a lodge or a camp. So you can't just sleep out in the wild wherever you want. Right, they're calm now. 200 meters. We'll probably stumble on them before we even see them. There's no hunting dogs in this at the moment now. My guess is they're resting and therefore lying down, which makes them even harder to spot. No, you can't climb trees. You can jump and you can climb ladders, and that's it. There are deer hunting stands that you can find and use. You don't even have to buy them. Oh. Just saw one right there. It's behind that tree, I think. I'm not sure if there are bows in there yet. I didn't see any in the store. Shotguns and rifles mostly. Oh, come on, game. This has happened more than once where I've stuck on scenery. Yeah, the bow was fun in Call of the Wild. Bit OP. Where's it gone? There. I just saw its tail there. There it is. What the heck is that? Something keeps disconnecting. I was trying to aim a little bit high, but if it had hit the heart, it would have dropped. They have confirmed they plan to add bows. Right, okay. Air bubbles. Cool. Perfect. Now we just got to find it. So we've definitely got a long shot going. It's really hard to see that yellow in the sun. I really wish you could change the... Like Color Wall, you can change the colours of things. I'd like to change that yellow. Thank you for 33 months, Drunk Boat. It's had quite a bit of life, and I think it must have hit one longer than not two. Yeah, looks like one lung. So flesh, hit the bone. Hits the lung with almost enough energy. But yeah, single lung, that's why it took so long. Big Trucker, thank you for 68 months. Just cope with it. Thank you for 66. So, that was a young female, 35 kilos. Difficult hunt, but there's the female. Check the mailbox. Nice. That's the mission done. Let's get rid of that. Something here. Let's go and look at that. While we're here. Probably a hunting stand. Seems a bit more slow than Call of the Wild. I think Call of the Wild, as I said before, when you get enough perks in Call of the Wild, it gets easier and easier. In actual fact, you want the game to get a bit more tricky, really. At the start of the game, when you want it to be easy and bring you into the game, it isn't. It's really hard, and you've no idea what you're doing. And then later on, when you've got all the perks, the game becomes so much easier, when actually you want it to be more difficult. So it goes the wrong way. In this, it just seems to be a uniform level of, you know, hunt. Like, the way you hunt doesn't really change. The way you track doesn't really change. It really is. Call of the Wild is a very, very difficult game for a new player. You start off in an American area where it's just teeming with life. And some of the maps you go to are just ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous to try and find things. And if you've not unlocked the perks, it's almost impossible. What is this? We have a bit of a problem with management of mule deer in the area. As a fellow hunter, I do believe you're familiar with the idea of culling, but let me educate you if you're not. In deer hunting, it's the idea that removing bucks with less than desirable antler characteristics for their age will increase antler quality for future generations by changing the genetics of the population. It can also mean removing animals based on their individual characteristics to prevent infectious disease transmission. I sure hope that removing a few with the lowest possible numbers will do the trick. So it wants us to reduce the population of rubbish mule deer. These provide hard challenges for excellent hunters. You can try and pursue them or finish them later. Required to use every trick at your disposal and go beyond that. Tasks can be found all over the region by discovering camps with notice boards. I mean, this is one of the really big differences between Call of the Wild. The idea that you and your actions affect what goes on in the area is not really in Call of the Wild. The only thing it has is like hunting pressure. Whereas in this, if you start culling males, you'll end up with more females in the area. If you start culling the lower tier males, you'll end up with a higher grade of population. And that's an interesting mechanic. Yeah, you manage the deer. That's literally the point. You manage the deer in the game. It was in the encyclopedia somewhere. What was it? Fitness and gene pool. I think it was this one. Is it this one? There you are. You can change the average fitness of a habitat by hunting low trophy score males. There you go. In this case, the average fitness value increases and habitats will eventually be populated by animals with higher fitness. Conversely, when you only hunt the high trophy score males, the average fitness of the habitat will be lower, resulting in a lower quality trophy. So, yeah, your actions affect the area. And missions like that are basically encouraging you to cull the lower grade males. Eventually means yes. Well, yes, in reality. I don't think it will do that in the game. I don't know how long it takes for it to generate through generations, but yeah. Okay, so let's head back. even though we don't have much dosh. At least I don't have to buy the ammo, which is nice. Grandpa's so generous. Check the mailbox.
River, I'm sending you another package with a comic book.
Yay!
The story takes place 6 years later.
Story time!
It was a very hard year for me, but your company kept me sane. Maybe that's why I agreed so quickly when you were interested in hunting. But I don't regret any single day we spent together out there. I hope you're getting in touch with other landowners in the valley. Some may be overbearing, but they're all good people.
Wait, what? There's other characters?
Your loving Grandpa, Wallace.
I hope you get in touch with some other landowners in the valley. That implies we're going to meet other people. Right, I think it's going to throw a comic at us, which is cool.
Some summers also brought sadness. Time heals all wounds, and time goes faster if it's spent with good friends.
I am bored.
Do you have a better idea what we should do?
River, why does your grandfather have a door to the basement in his office?
No idea. He says it's just full of boxes, but he won't open it.
Mysterious locked basement door. Why don't we try and open it?
I've tried. Many times. No luck.
Boredom is a natural predator of secrets.
Yeah, but you didn't have us.
What do you think is really down there?
Maybe a hidden man cave with a pool table?
Maybe my grandfather is a nerd and it's a secret D&D lair.
Or his serial killer lair?
Ah! What are you doing here?
Solving the mystery of the locked basement.
This one will have to stay a mystery.
Grandpa's secrets.
When will you take me hunting?
Never. Your father strictly forbade it.
Please. Come on, please. He'll never know.
But you'll have to promise me something first. You will forever take pride in being an ethical hunter. You'll never stoop to breaking the rules of ethical hunting. An ethical hunter knows and obeys the laws, understands that it is not just about what is legal, but also what is honorable and moral. Defines unfair advantage as when the game does not have a reasonable chance of escape. Makes full use of the hunted animal. Cares about and respects all wildlife. Measures success not in the quantity of game taken, but by the quality of the chase. Knows their limitations and stretches the stalk, not the shot. Takes pride in the decisions they make in the field and takes full responsibility for their actions. Only unethical hunters say it's hard being ethical when nobody's watching. And that's how it started.
So shooting ducks on the ground and driving over deer, is that ethical or unethical? I wonder what Grandpa would say. It's efficient, yeah. It's alright, they were low quality ones.
Hi, it's April again. Sorry for the weird welcome.
Could have been worse.
How?
Okay, it was pretty bad. Can you explain to me what it was all about?
I need to knock some sense into Noah.
By scaring him shitless?
Yes?
And that would help in what way?
To make him understand what it feels like to be scared like that. Hurt. It's better if you see it for yourself. I'll send you the coordinates. Be careful where you step in this area. And please disable traps and call me afterward near your lodge. The signal is weak.
What traps?
Oh yeah, just give us the details of the traps. Please disable traps. What traps? Disable 5 traps. Well, let's get... I hate typing subjects. Mr. Wallace, I can still taste the duck you delivered last month. I have to say that your hunted wild game keeps inspiring me to come up with new recipes. I've wanted to try a chili plum sauce forever and have finally found the perfect use. I've been experimenting with pancake batter for years now, and I'm determined to combine these ingredients. The outcome will be a fluffy, saucy heaven. Yes, I'm writing this while hungry. I'll need both lesser scorp meat, oh, we've seen those birds, and Ross geese from your region. There's something sweeter about them. Maybe it's a type of food they eat. I still can't decide which one to use for my recipe, but the rest will be used for my next experiment. Look forward to your delivery. Taste the Wonder, 3-star Michelin restaurants, Green Street 45, open 3 p.m. till 12 a.m. Reservations only. Thanks for the extra information. Right, so where are we going? Up here. Disabling traps up here somewhere. I don't know. I hope he sends us some of that sauce. It sounds nice. Was it chili plum sauce or something? That sounds good. Can I have my car back? Thank you. I guess I've had to work with the limits of the Unreal Engine. Nah, but the problem with road killers, you don't get anything for it. It's the best way up there, I wonder. That's quite a steep slope. Maybe that way? I'm certainly not getting on it this way, so it'll have to be. Yeah, Call of the Wild has Apex Engine, I think it's called, which is, yeah, it's absolutely superb. Like the sky in Apex is just fantastic. Absolutely, it's like one of the best skies. Like Call of the Wild is so atmospheric, but I think the way that the animals move, it's so glitchy sometimes. They almost teleport around. And the animal draw distance is not fantastic. Whoa, what was that? That was weird. I think they've got some weird audio bug. Whoa. Cross over here. Yeah, I think they need to put some more polish on the audio in this game though. How do you play pre-release? Because Games Planet got me the key early. Oh, it really is. Like I say, the actual graphics and the way the weather environment changes in Call of the Wild is just amazing. Is that it? Go to a place and click E 5 times. Like you don't even, I'm sure Call of the Wild had a mission like this where you had to find them. Ooh. Moose. Drinking. Could do with some more money. Should try and get a moose. Let's have a look. Tier 6. Bit difficult with a tier 5 gun. 9 AM drink. 10 o'clock drink. Don't really have the gun for moose. The new DLC missions are walk to place, press the walk to next place. Yeah, they're just more or less just chucking them out, aren't they? It's quite a hilly area. Oh, there's a big lake there, look. Let's try and uncover some of the map. Comes out on Monday or Tuesday, something like that. We're not finished pressure washing them yet, no. Well, that peak over there is even higher. Interesting. So according to this, there's white-tailed deer over here somewhere. Right, we have 2,400.
Did you find the traps?
I collected them all. Has he lost his mind?
I believe so. Were they empty?
I mean, yeah. Thankfully. Why does he use these kinds of traps?
He doesn't care about the animals suffering.
Why?
Do you remember the last time you were here?
Yeah.
It's not something that you could easily forget. Then I changed something for all three of us.
What if I report Noah to the authorities? This is illegal and highly unethical.
Please don't. I'm trying to help him.
What about the animals?
We're helping them too.
Can we meet and talk?
I would love to, River, but now's not the time. I need to get in touch with someone over the walkie-talkie and they're not responding. Can you check one area?
And did you use the right code?
What?
You know, like Bond. The eagle has landed. I repeat, eagle has landed.
Bond?
Mississippi River is strikingly beautiful in April.
And April is a terrible month to swim in the river.
Field trip has ended.
And the daisies are especially ecstatic.
Okay, we have to stop. I have a real issue that needs tending to.
Ah, you mean the monkey is outside of the cage?
Yeah, and there are no bananas. But now for real, would you help me find Noah's son?
What? Noah has a son? Or is this another code?
No code. He has an 8-year-old boy named Timothy, and he's quite the handful. He's here for a week. Noah won't talk to me, and now I'm worried.
Wait, is he by chance the kid who was screaming from the walkie-talkie?
Yeah, he was pretty eager to do it once I told him I want to scare his dad. He's a great kid. Can you help me find him?
Sure.
Thank you. I am sending you an approximate location where I think you might be.
It's turning into Firewatch, this, isn't it? 2,400. How much was that tier 6 gun? So no. Sure. Where's it gone? $3,900. $5,590. That's the bad boy, isn't it? That's the moose hunter right there. The other thing is that 16 gauge. What did we have? A 20 gauge. $1,300. We can afford that. Typically sold to dove and quail hunters. Excellent ability to take down fast-moving birds, squirrels, rabbits, and other small game. Can obviously use hunting it with a cartridge. 35 to 50 yards. What was the other one? 16 gauge. Most box number 5 will have a pheasant on them, which means gives a clues to the primary use. Excellent retained velocity and energy mean increased lethality and fewer lost birds. Taking down squirrels, the most dangerous game. Like if we need to, because what was the other mission? There was one geese and those other birds. I don't know which we would use for that. The geese, you might need a 16 gauge. Like part of me wants to save my money up, but we don't really have a good shotgun for what we're about to do. So I'm kind of tempted to get that. Like that's way out of our price bracket. But this would take down the geese and pheasant, I think, pretty effectively. I think I'll grab it. Yeah. Goose caller for 900. So expensive. Attachments. Get a red dot sight on there. I think I might get a red dot sight. Let's do it. Right, so if we get this and we go that. Oh, you can't put the red dot on the shotty. Brutal. Absolutely brutal. Can I have a refund on my red dot, please? There you go. Now that sounds meaty. Infinite ammo. So, if I get a rifle out, here, it's a 2-shot gun, 48 rounds left. If I go into the storage or the back of the car and come back out again, it replenishes all of your ammo. You don't pay for it. Your grandpa's funding the whole thing. Oh, look at that. I'm littering my own cabin. That's not really littering. That's just being lazy. Where are we going? Along the road. Woo! Like Factorio rocks. I really want a car that goes quicker than this. It's speed limited to like 27 miles an hour. Feels like it's stuck in second gear. Yeah, Whiteland mentioned it, Tom. What the? Jeez, man, how are the other? Ethical. I'll give you ethical. Wait, why are you not dead, bro? You should be dead. What on earth? I've never even seen wolves in this game. That's the first time I've even seen them. Can't believe a shotgun. What do we get? Ooh, it's a little bit high. Mostly a flesh wound. Sell for 0. Actually, looking at the energy, though, that was about right gun. Interesting. Terrible shot, but it was the right gun. They've all gone up the hill there, I think. Grey wolf. Wow. Didn't expect that. AOD, welcome. Straight on this one. No, it's not. I just got the shotgun out to see what it would do, but... Stupid fly buzzing around. Why is that road orange? It's an enjoyable game. Seems to be a lot to do, though. Just following the story through, and that's the only part of the map we've actually been to yet. And still all this to go, and then there's the other map. Saw something. Frosty Jack, thank you for 74, and 40, thank you for 23. It's a bit more polished with a wider range of weapons. I think it'd be a proper contender. It's initial release, isn't it? I mean, they've got a roadmap. They've got some maps coming. They've got bows coming. There's more to do, but every game has to have an initial release. They're not going to just hold off until they've done absolutely everything to the game and then release it. They're going to release it when it's ready and then add more content later. Mr. Altonor, thank you for 37 months. The fun continues. I hope for many more years. Thank you for the entertainment. Thank you for the support, Altonor. Investigate the area highlighted on the hunting map to locate Noah's son Timothy. Do you reckon we'll find him, like, tied to a tree, mauled by a bear or something? Probably not. Probably not that kind of game, is it? We'll just find, like, his toy and his handkerchief or something. He's been abducted by aliens. Actually, I don't know how it's doing on the performance side, to be fair. The CPU is doing absolutely nothing. Hang on a sec. Okay, so let's put that up there a second. According to Windows, my 3090 is running at 90% at the moment, as well as encoding video. It's not using a lot of GPU memory. Maybe about 5 gigabytes of GPU memory, I think. But it's running at 90%, so it's definitely pushing it. Battery H, ask him, can you claim the VAT back? Ooh. Timothy's little treehouse thing. Yep, this day night. There is apparently weather, but I've not seen rain yet. But we'll see. It's going to go cloudy by the look of it. Maybe this is going to give us a spawn point. Okay, we can't open that. It's rain nice. I really want to experience the rain. Really want to experience it. I think the weather cycle is longer. I loved Call of the Wild's weather, but as you say, the cycle was not correct.
Ah! You can't come inside! Stranger danger! Stranger danger!
Hey, I'm no stranger. I'm a friend of your dad and you're on April.
Yeah? Prove it.
We painted the fortress when we were young. I signed my name on the wall next to your dad's. My name's River Knox.
So what? Tell my dad that I'm not coming back.
Okay, sure. I just wanted to check to make sure you're safe.
Hey, wait.
Yes?
Can you stay here a little longer? I already read all the comic books in here.
Why don't you go back to your father?
No. 0 chance.
A bear might come and eat you.
That's stupid. Bears are more afraid of you than you are of them. It's more likely that you're gonna get struck by lightning. You're stupid.
Okay. I forgot he's the son of a hunter. Why do you refuse to leave the stand?
I'm protesting hunting. I don't want fluffy foxes to die. And I think bears should eat honey in peace.
There's a
I'm
lot
a
to
vegan,
unpack here.
You know? Are you laughing at me?
No. Being vegan is great for this planet. But so is hunting.
Planet? I just want to pet deer. And hug them.
I don't think you should do that either.
What an argument.
So, vegan, huh?
Chicken nuggets. Don't laugh. My dad says it's not real meat.
Where's your
anyway.
mom?
Probably in heaven. With the fluffy foxes my dad hunts.
Oh,
Yeah, I bet she was great. The best. My dad told me about his friend River, and his mother also died when he was born, but he grew up to be a badass stunt double. Is that you?
I think so. So Noah talks about me. What else did he say?
He talked a lot about you and summers you spent together with Auntie April. He made me this scavenger map with riddles to find some treasures like you used to do. But I know it's just part of this sneaky plan to get me to come out of here.
Can I see the map?
I'll give you the map if you make me a promise.
Okay, I promise.
Solve all the riddles and come tell me what you found.
Your dad wouldn't be happy about that. I think the riddles are meant for you.
You promise.
Okay. Okay, I will.
The first riddle is in the chest below the tree. And one more thing. If you see Cinnamon Sky, don't shoot her, or I will hate you forever.
Cinnamon Sky?
It's my friend. Red fox with black stripes. Can you take a picture of her for me? I want to know how she's doing.
Huh. That sounds like a very rare melanistic fox. Are you sure it wasn't mud?
Yes, I'm sure. I've seen her 100 times.
Okay. We'll find her. See you later, Timothy.
Call April within signal range from the front porch to update her about Timothy. Is that the wolf I already shot? Imagine if that was the wolf. You come back to Timothy. Yeah, about that wolf, Cinnamon Sky. It's not good news.
Toothless nature is weeping with ashy tears. We were overcome with our worst fears. When he arrived, we were praying for River, because everything he touched started to wither.
I see what they did there. When he arrived, we were praying for River, because everything he touched started to wither. It's turning into like a horror film, this. Well, if you don't care about the story, you don't need to do it. You can just go off and do your own thing. Like, the game makes that very clear. At the beginning, it says if you want to, you can play the story, you can come back to it, you just go off and do your own thing. We're not locking everything down. Doesn't force you down single player before you can do something else. Ooh. Wild duck. Yeah, that's it. The score. That's what we need for the... we need to come back here for the restaurant mission. I love that example. Like, vegans are great, but then so's... Vegans are great for the planet, but so's hunting.
Listening?
Timothy's safe. He's hiding out in our old fortress.
Oh, thank you so much. I was getting worried.
You have a lot to thank me for.
Listen, the only way I can reach you is by a walkie-talkie. I have to handle the disease situation with a little help of science.
Wait, what do you do for a living? Are you a biological researcher?
Oh, no, I'm a vet, but I have friends who test in laboratories.
A vet? Wow, I had no idea.
Well, you wouldn't, since we haven't heard from you since last summer you were here. I know everything about your stunt double career from your grandfather.
Yeah, he's quite the fan. And, I'm sorry, April. After I left the valley, my father was strict about cutting contact with everyone.
Great excuse. It doesn't matter now. We have more important issues at our hands. I need you to take water samples from various drinking sources. Could you do that for me?
Sure. Anything to help my grandfather's business.
Thank you. Contact me from the lodge again when you are done. I will have further requests.
Crystal Kitten, are there any issues that you'd like to see the devs work on? There are two main things I think the devs need to work on. Number one is the fact you can't see your mouse pointer because it's 4 pixels high, right? Number one, I'll show you in a second. You literally can't see your mouse, it's so small. So can we have a bigger mouse? Bigger mouse cursor, that would be great.